Within the realm of the entertainment industry, Reba McEntire, who is widely regarded as the unrivaled queen of country music, has long been a shining example of tenacity, talent, and heart. She has a career that spans over 4 decades, and over that time she has sold millions of CDs, won countless awards, and won the hearts of fans all over the world with her powerful voice and genuine narrative. Recently, Reba took part in an open and honest interview that was distributed across various media such as. In this interview, she discussed a significant event that occurred early on in her career and nearly changed the course of her career, but ultimately led her to become a superstar. This turning point, which is a combination of grit, faith, and chance, provides a glimpse into the fortitude that has defined her epic journey. In the state of Oklahoma, a young dreamer. Reba McEntire was born on March 28, 1955, in McAlester, Oklahoma. She spent her childhood on a cattle ranch, where she was surrounded by the rough beauty of rural life and the close-knit relationships of her family. Music was a significant part of her youth, as evidenced by the fact that the McEntire family frequently performed together at community gatherings under the name Singing McEntires. Reba's early performances at rodeos, 4-H events, and church meetings demonstrated her undeveloped skill. Nonetheless, the path to Nashville was not a foregone conclusion. Reba's music would subsequently be influenced by the cowboy lifestyle that she was immersed in as a result of her upbringing as the daughter of a champion steer roper. However, her aspirations went beyond the confines of the ranch. During a performance of the national anthem at the National Finals Rodeo in Oklahoma City in 1974, Reba's voice drew the notice of Red Steagall, a country singer and composer. Steagall was in her late teens at the time. Her powerful delivery and natural charisma left Steagall with the impression that she should pursue a career in country music. He invited her to Nashville to record a demo and encouraged her to explore this career path. Reba was on the verge of opportunity when she was 19 years old, but the move from the rural community of Oklahoma to the very competitive world of Nashville was unsettling for her. During the interview, Reba recounted, "I was terrified to the point of death. Although I was unsure of whether or not I was talented enough, I was certain that singing was my greatest passion. Getting close to stardom. The moment that changed everything." It was in 1975, not long after Reba had moved to Nashville, that she experienced the defining moment of her early career. She signed a contract with Mercury Records, armed with her demo tape and a heart full of hopes, and she was able to do this. However, the first concept that the label had for her was not even close to being the daring and innovative artist that she would eventually become. Because Mercury considered Reba to be a typical country singer, she was encouraged to perform conventional ballads and polished arrangements, neither of which were able to adequately portray her fiery energy. Despite the fact that her early singles, such as I Don't Want to Be a One-Night Stand, which were released in 1976, did not chart considerably, Reba found herself having a difficult time distinguishing herself from the competitive pool of budding singers. When Reba was confronted with a crucial decision in 1979, one had the potential to completely wreck her career, the turning moment occurred. The lack of commercial success that she had was a source of frustration for Mercury Records, which considered dismissing her from the label. Self-doubt was something that Reba was struggling with at the same time, and she was questioning whether or not she belonged in the industry. She said, "I was ready to pack up and go back to the ranch. I was ready to," she said. "I'd been thinking that perhaps this wasn't meant to be." Nevertheless, a chance meeting brought about a complete transformation. A producer named Harold Shedd, who recognized Reba's potential to revolutionize country music, introduced himself to her when she was in the middle of a recording session. As someone who had collaborated with artists such as Alabama, Shedd recognized in Reba a singular combination of genuineness and adaptability. A voice that was capable of conveying unfiltered feelings while yet adopting a contemporary edge. Instead of adhering to the demands of the record label, he urged her to select songs that expressed her personality and the experiences she had in her life. He encouraged her to take ownership of her sound. During the conversation, Reba recounted that Harold had taught her, You have to sing what you know and what you feel. With the help of Shed, at that very Reba started to establish herself in the recording studio by choosing songs that were in tune with her Oklahoma heritage and her fiery independence. The album Feel the Fire, which she released in 1980, was a significant turning point in her sound because it represented the beginning of this transformation. While she was still working for Mercury, the album provided a glimpse into the daring and narrative approach that would come to define her subsequent work. Songs such as You Lift Me Up to Heaven demonstrated her ability to combine traditional country music with a contemporary twist, which resulted in her gaining a fairly small but steadily expanding popularity. Reba's move to MCA Records in 1984, where she was afforded more leeway in terms of her artistic expression, was the most significant turning point in her career. Songs such as How Blue and Somebody Should Leave were among the most successful tracks on her album, My Kind of Country, which was produced in collaboration with Shed. As a result of these songs, which were immersed in the anguish and resiliency of everyday life, Reba was able to establish herself as a formidable force in the country music industry. Reba did some introspection and said, "That album was me finally saying, 'This is who I am.' The tunes I was singing were more than just music. I was conveying my tale, advice on how to be resilient." When Reba was in the early stages of her career, the turning point was not simply about finding the proper producer or company. Rather, it was about recognizing her own strength. In an industry that frequently attempted to shape musicians into predetermined roles, she learned the value of tenacity and authenticity from the near miss she had with Mercury. It was then that she said, "I realized that you have to advocate for yourself. As the saying goes, no one is going to hand you a career. You have to build it, fight for it, and believe in it, even when nobody else does." Throughout her career, Reba's tenacity became a defining characteristic. Throughout the years, she has been confronted with a variety of personal and professional problems, including as the terrible loss of her band in a plane crash in 1991, and the task of navigating the ever-changing environment of country music as a woman working in an industry that is dominated by men. She has managed to remain relevant over the course of multiple generations, thanks to her capacity to adapt while remaining faithful to her roots. In addition to her chart-topping classics like Fancy, Reba has also ventured into acting, television, and Broadway. Throughout her career, she has consistently reinvented herself while maintaining her commitment to her core beliefs. The inspiring legacy of a family. The revelation that Reba made about the turning point in her early career has had a profound impact on fans and aspiring musicians, particularly on platforms like As, where her interview triggered a torrent of admiration. An online fan wrote, "Reba's story demonstrates that even the most famous celebrities are subject to self-doubt and rejection. She is living proof that having faith in oneself can impact every aspect of one's life. The daring choices she made and the uncompromising sincerity she displayed inspired singers such as Casey Musgraves and Miranda Lambert, who were hailed for their contributions to the advancement of women in the country music industry. She continues to thrive today, balancing her music career with her work as a coach on The Voice, where she trains budding talent with the same passion and wisdom that carried her through her early challenges. Reba's accomplishments are a testament to her passion and knowledge. Recent projects that she has worked on, such as a new album and a leading part in the sitcom Happy's Place, are evidence of her unwavering desire to create and connect with viewers. Taking a look back while moving forward. When Reba thinks back on her journey, she attributes the formation of not only her professional path, but also her outlook on life to a pivotal moment that occurred at an early age. "I learned to trust my instincts and to never give up," she said. "That moment taught me so much. Every door that I failed to open ultimately led me to a better one." In spite of the fact that she continues to perform, coach, and inspire others, Reba McEntire is still considered a living legend. Her message of perseverance and grace is heard well beyond the confines of the stage. The turning point in her early career serves as a reminder that success never follows a linear path. For Reba, the transformation from a young girl from Oklahoma into a global legend was the result of a mix of skill, timing, and an unyielding trust in herself. According to what she said in the interview, "The fire was always there. I just had to learn how to let it burn."